Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, it's been a long time since I made a video. It is I received a band over the weekend, so it is pairing time for 2026. So not doing any club racing, but I'm just focusing on one loft. So this is the hen side, and then my cock side, so on the other two ends. So I'm gonna capture them, round them up, and I'll show you what I got going on. I think they're both male.
You think so?
Yeah. We'll have to. They're fighting. See that, Oscar?
Yeah.
I think they're both male.
Yeah, they both male.
Alright guys, so it is 2026 breeding season. Got my bands. Apparently they're like salmon color, not really red per se, but anyways, got 100 of them. Getting ready to pair these birds up, so just been waiting for these. I don't typically like to pair them up until I actually get the bands. I know some of you guys do it like after Thanksgiving. To me that's a little early, but it's, you know, it's a good thing I didn't pair them up right after Thanksgiving, because I just got these. So I would have had baby birds with no bands. Anyways, I'm excited. I'm getting back into racing, but not club racing. It's gonna be one loft racing only. So I think the club racing is behind us at this point. I'm not saying I'll never do it, but it's just, to me, it's a lot of work and a lot of drama. So I'm gonna bow out for now, unless, of course, I learn to have a little bit more patience. And but at this time, I'm too busy to be, you know, having to deal with let's just say needless drama. You guys understand that. So all right, I'm gonna pair these guys up. I have my this is what I did during downtime over the holidays, over Christmas. By the way, God bless you guys. Happy to have my family here for Christmas and celebrate our Lord's birth, and most especially his gift of salvation to those who would receive him. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I got these organized. Like my plan is to send birds out there. I'm not gonna say where yet, because frankly I don't know. But I do know that it's gonna be west, Midwest, and east. I'm in the east, Florida, so I organize this thing based on, you know, the terrain, right? Because that's what you have to do. You gotta put birds together based on the terrain. So west racing like Apple Cup, you know, California, those are tough races, and you need specialized birds for those. Florida tends to be more of a speed sprinting race, in my opinion, in my experience, flying here in the club. So I have birds for those, particularly my kittles, which they're already in the I'll show you guys later. But they're already in the breeding pen. So, but I got a lot of birds to pair up, so you guys can join me while I do that. All right, guys. Show you the hen, my first pairing here. Beautiful hen. I'll show you the pedigree in a minute, but if you could hold this hen, you would say, wow, it's so buoyant. Look at that. I'll show you her pedigree. This is a combine champion. Okay, look at that. One pin tail, strong back, closed vents. Yeah, look at that muscle on that. Okay, this one is 2022, number 53. Gonna be paired up with Ricardo. These guys have been separated for a couple months, so there we go. There we go. She's loving it. She's loving the attention. Look at that. But Ricardo over there is a Jansen. This is gonna be a long video, by the way. It might be split up into two, but those two will pair up eventually. But let me show you the. You can see I made some notes here. Pair with Ricardo. But this one is from Caricature out of Chicago. This is their pedigree. I'm not gonna show you guys all the pedigree like in detail. I'm just doing this first one, but this is a champion bird. Let's see. Oh, here's the first place, 355 miles. And it is also, I know that he said he didn't list it here, but I know it's a champion bird because later on he kind of regretted selling it to me because he said it was his champion bird. So anyways, on to the next pairing. By the way, Ricardo is my champion bird. Well, he's not a champion bird for the combine, but he won my 250-mile race. He's a speed bird. I figured very buoyant. Both birds are very buoyant. Handles well, but I figure I would add to this bird some explosiveness that you would get from, maybe not explosiveness, but speed from the Jansen, right? From the Jansen bloodline. So if you want explosiveness, you know, you want to go with kittles and things like that. So, but we're gonna go with these two, and these two, the babies, will go to the Apple Cup. So, okay, so my next pairing would be this. This is the hen. I'm going to pair this up with my Hofkin, one of my Hofkins, pure Hofkin. That would give this bird good balance. So this particular pedigree is more of a kind of a West Coast racing kind of pedigree. So, but I figured, you know, let's cross them with the Hofkin, give it a little bit more of a balanced bird. Probably going to send this Oh no, I'm sorry. To give it some speed. That's what I meant. And the babies probably go to the somewhere here in the East Coast. Here are my kittles from Draper. And then here's another one from, that one came from Hungary, but it's a kittle. So I paired those two already. All right, so I believe this bird is a hen, but I think whoever owned it previously kind of left it unpaired for a long time, so we'll see how it goes. But all the tests that I've done, that I know of on how to determine whether it's a hen or a cock, it points to being a hen, and it also says that it's a hen. But this is a loaded with cannibal bloodline, so we're gonna, I mean, this one is a kind of a bonus, right? If it pairs up, great. If not, I don't know, it's a loss, my loss. But I'm gonna pair these bird with one of my Jansens, and that's gonna enhance what gives it a little bit of an explosiveness at the start. But I mean, the genetics alone on this bird is top notch, so it doesn't really need any more. Like, I don't need to duplicate it, you know, I need to enhance it, right? So let me show you who I'm gonna pair this baby up with. All right, this is one of my Jansen bird. Also equal first, 250 miles, first place. Can't get any better than that. No pedigree, but it's just beautiful. Look at that strong back, tight vents. It's a beautiful bird. Look at that muscle in that guy. It's a medium-sized bird. I wouldn't call it small, but medium. I don't really like big birds. I don't like them too small either. But he is 2022. So I've had him for a while. But he is a speed bird, so I think that would make a great pairing with that cannibal. Sorry for the muffled voice, but here is the that cannibal hen. See, you can see she's a beauty. And then hopefully they pair up. Hopefully they do, because but I think she turned into a lesbian. My suspicion is that she's been left unpaired for a long time, so I don't know. So she's got an alternative lifestyle now. But hopefully they pair up. I've been able to reform birds before and straighten them out. So I'll leave these two in here for a few days and see how it goes. All right, this is 227 from 2024. It's a double Wolverine. It's a medium-sized hen. Can't tell if it's just on the larger side or it's just fat, you know. But handles well, moves around a lot. But so this will be paired up with my Thomas 6 inbred. Yep, this is a good pairing. So this one has a lot of Mike Guinness bloodline, Marpole, Quasar, again, double Wolverine. Mona Lisa on the bottom side, and Abigail Dream, Wolverine on the top side. So, alright, let me find the cockbird. Alright, here is the very inbred Thomas 6 cockbird. She's a 2025, or he, I should say. But, okay, so this is my next pairing. This is, I bought this bird from Hoosier. Can't remember his name. Family Loft guy from Hoosier. This is an inbred Thomas 6 hen. You can see more detail if you watch my. When I purchase birds, I usually put them on my channel so you can see more detail. But this is the bird. Okay, and this is I call him Iceberg. This is Maurice Marple, Super Mix 6. A lot of Gainus bloodline, really. Got pearl eyes, super muscle, one pintail. So I'm gonna pair them up with that inbred Thomas 6. There they are. Hopefully they like each other. Seems like a good start. There we go. Yep, seems like they're liking each other. I'll have to come back and keep an eye on them, make sure that they don't beat each other up. Unfortunately, that's the best way I have right now, is to just throw them all in the box and just keep an eye on them and make sure they're not fighting or anything. So, alright, on to the next. Alright, so here's the next pairing. Phantom and Melisandre. That's so Thomas 6, Raven, Night Jewel, Red Monkey, Night Queen, Red Witch. There's a lot of voodoo names here. Oh, speaking of which, voodoo. So that's gonna be there. Okay. Now the fun part of catching them. So be right back. Okay, here is Melisandre. Not a one-pin Taylor. I don't like that so much, but bloodline is there. Pearl eyes. A smaller hen, actually. So we're gonna go with that. I mean, it's strong back. We'll see how it goes, right? Bloodline is there. I mean, it's one pintailing when you that's the word. It's one pintailing if you squish the tail together like this, like most people do before they show the bird, which is kind of funny. But good enough for me. Smaller bird, as you can see, nice face. By the way, this is how I tell if it's a hen. They showed me, you flip them upside down and then you do this deal, right? You put the feet down like this. If it stays down like it's doing right now, it's a hen. If it's a cock, it's gonna stick back up. And then also, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but so far so good. These two toenails, the toes, if it's a hen, it's the same length. I don't know if you guys can see that. You squish them together, it's the same length. If it's a cock, it's gonna be slightly, one is slightly longer than the other. Alright, so this is Phantom. His bloodline is Red Monkey, Night Queen, Raven, Victoria Winner. Nice one pin tail. Band number is 114. So mostly Mike Dennis bloodline. Super muscle on this bird. Let's test that out. The flipping over. So this is a cock bird. Okay, so obviously that doesn't hold true. Oh. So I think that whole thing is BS. Because obviously look at the feet. They're like, they say it's supposed to stick up if it's a cock, but obviously that's, and let's look at the toenail. Okay, so the toenail is probably your best bet. Okay, this is what I find could be more consistent. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is so hard to do. One is longer than the other, so that is probably your best gauge. I wouldn't bother with the whole flipping the bird upside down and all that, but there you go. Phantom. This is a GFL bird. One pin tail, strong back, lots of muscle. Okay, so the next pairing are these two from Caricature. I'll just let you read the pedigree. And then this one is this is a Ornate Russell bloodline. But what I'm gonna do differently with this is I'm gonna capture the hen. I already know the cockbird's box, so I'm just gonna put the hen on one half of the box, but leave the other half open so the cockbird can fly up there. I think that's the best way for this, since I already know the box. Okay, so here's the hen. It's an Ornate Russell. It's a smaller hen, but full of muscle, as you can see. The baby's gonna go to Apple Cup. I know exactly where to put this, so let me show you. Okay, so here's the next pairing. I'll show you all the breeding boxes once the dust settles here, and now it's kind of nuts, dust flying all over. But this is a nanez, mostly bird, Greek. You can see, and then I'm gonna pair him up with the bird, the hen that I bought from Ado. This is a Ornate Russell bird. And then this is actually, I don't know if you guys recall, but I was talking about that blue check that's combine champion. This is the full brother to it, nestmate. So pair those two up. So I'm gonna capture the cock because I know he doesn't have a box, and we'll put him in the box. All right, I caught the number 85. This is the nanez bird. One tail. Very tight fence. Nice bird. Super buoyant too. So I'll show you the, yeah, like I said, this is the nest mate to the combine champion bird. So you can tell too, look at the quality of that bird. Huh? Look at that strong back. You know what, for giggles, let's try that trick again. Yeah, see, this is a cockbird. And I know it's a cockbird. So that doesn't work. Toe, yep, one is slightly longer than the other. I mean, I know you guys can't see this, but yeah, when you're squishing together. Alright. Okay, sorry I didn't show you the pedigree. I'll show you in a bit. But this is a AFL nestmate to that Ado bird that I showed you. But this is an Ornate Russell bird from Ado. One pintail, all white toes. And I like this bird because it's blue bar whitefly. And it's got sort of a white beak, you know. So I'm gonna capture the hen and then I'll show you the pedigree. Okay, I need a break. I'll show you the pedigree. This is that cockbird. So Ornate Russell from Ado. Bought that from Ado, and then I'm gonna pair him up with this Baldwin Filson 24556 bird. But this is I can't remember now, but I ordered this bird specifically for a specific line. I don't have my glasses, but something about 1141 or something, I can't remember. But anyways, good bloodline. Pair those two together and hopefully I'm not going too fast. Okay, here's the Baldwin Filson hen. Oh my goodness, I need a shower after this. But pencil blue bar white flight. Beautiful hen. And then, so this will be paired up with the Ado Ornate bird. And these birds were not cheap. This is 2024. So, but it's still not cheap, but not too expensive either. So I got a good deal on them. Anyway, put them in a box with the Ado. I'll show you the pedigree in a minute, but this is another Greek bird. You can see one pintail. Very good muscle. Medium-sized hen. I'm gonna pair him up with another Ornate bird from Geo. So let me show you the pedigree of that hen that I just right there. So it's a Greek tentil. This is obviously gonna go out west, the babies. And he's gonna be paired up with, or she, with this Ornate Russell bird. Okay. That's what I got going on so far. See, it helps when you know they have a box already like that, you know, and then like that guy over there. but it kind of sucks when they don't have a box. And see, that hen is actually, that hen over there is actually beating up on the cockbird, and that's his box. I don't know. That will work out pretty well over there. And then that's a Hopkin. Those two are Hopkins. They're siblings. They're actually very nice. They're not pedigree, but very nice. Smaller cockbirds, which is what I like. So that's why. But they're siblings. Hopkin Jansen mix. That's why I kept them. If you held those two birds, they're super nice. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's obviously it's an aggressive hen who is for some reason not ready. But we'll leave them in there for a while. Those two are calm. They're gonna be fine. They were fighting at first. You know, the cockbird was beating on the hen at first, but now they're fine. These two are gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave it like that. That's the ideal situation. You know, when they have their own box and stuff. But these two are gonna be pumpers down there. They're huge birds, so I don't wanna. They're not gonna be sent anywhere. So, anyways, I'm getting tired. Let me take a break and then we'll continue on. Like I said, this is gonna be a very long video. Might have to split them up in two, but yeah, those two were fighting earlier, but they're buddies now. This is gonna be my mic gainers section. I just realized that there. I didn't even plan that, but yeah, this will be the mic gainer section. All right, so let me show you another pairing here. This is gonna go out west. This is I won this on an auction. It's a Kirk. So it's an import, obviously. The parents are. Well, even this one is it's got a NL for a band, and I'm gonna pair them up with a gel rosier bird on top and Greek on the bottom. So that should be a very good pairing. Show you the hen here. So here's the hen. 5904. Very good muscle. One pintail. Smaller hen, but this should do well. 350 mile, you know, mid to long distance. It's going to be paired up with a gel rosier cock.
Likes him.
They're happy now.
They are happy. Yep, she's telling them.
That middle section.
I think this little hen over here is interested in him. You gotta find a little hen. Give a little hen for him. Those two up on the top are paired together already. Look at this one in the corner. He's just laying there waiting. Where's her mate?
She's a mean girl. I put that promise 6 word in there and being them up.
You have a bunch of pair of that guy over there.
Big bird. I'll find a small tail.
Yeah.
But it has to be like a long middle distance.
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna mate with him because she keeps just staring into the thing. I don't know. She doesn't look too interested. The guys in the middle, though, I think you can pair them now. 'Cause she's like by him.
Yeah. Let me go in there. I'll flip it around. So this is that. Victoria winner, red monkey. Kind of weird names though. Medium size. And then here's that Thomas. This is a Thomas 6 bird.
Oh, my guy.
Yeah. So I think they're bigger in general.
Hello?
Here's the hen. Feisty. Yeah, she's a larger hen. I think I'm gonna do it. I'll just go ahead and pair her up with that. So I think this is
I like this hen.
so 225.
She's a smart girl.
I think we'll pair
Hello, smart pretty girl.
her
Hello.
up with that
Hello.
bigger bird. You never know, the baby might be small too. You know?
True. All right.
Alright guys, let me just show you what's good. It hasn't settled down yet, but let's do her fine. You can tell which ones have paired up. Pretty much all this whole stack here are fine. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. That cockbird there, he's getting beat up by the hen. So, but They'll pair up eventually. We'll leave them in there. I've never seen that where a cock is afraid of the hen. Alright guys, I got all but one pairing done. As you can see, this Wolverine, this is a double Wolverine hen, the blue bar. She just does not like anyone. It's just mean hen. It doesn't matter what cock I put in there, she beats up the cock. But I have no idea. I don't know what to do with it. But I wanted to produce a very strong Florida Pigeon Derby baby, and I figure having a Wolverine cross with a Jansen, pure Jansen, not a hybrid, but a pure Jansen like that brown one, which is a Campbell's Strange cockbird, would produce a very strong bird that is fast but also is tough. The fast and explosiveness comes from the Jansen side, and then the endurance and toughness is from the Wolverine. But as you can see, she's very tough. Got Mando there. Can't remember what I paired him up with, but it's another video. But as you can see, everybody's pretty much settled down. So I am going to slowly release them, or let them out of the boxes. As you can see, I already opened up Mando's box, so we'll see how it goes. So who do I have out here? Anyways, and then on this side, so that's pretty much all I got going on. So on this side, this is my Gainus side. These are all Gainus bloodline. So I'm just letting them settle down, and again, I'll slowly release them. As you can see, I already opened up that box up there. I was gonna pair up Ricardo with the Wolverine, but I think a pure Jansen would work the best. I think he's kind of a hybrid, you know, not pure, but it's a Jansen base, mostly Jansen. So, yeah. And then on this side, this is where I'm gonna have my pumpers. They're not bad birds, they're just, I got too many. So I'll use these guys up as pumpers. So as you can see, instead of just opening up the whole box, I just left the middle section, the swinging section, and that way use it as a divider, so at least, you know, I double the capacity of the boxes. These two bar white flights here, they're Hopkins. Daughter and father. I'm gonna use that Hopkin cockbird somewhere else, but I haven't decided yet. I gotta do my research and try to figure out what the best combination to use. Okay, well guys, thanks for watching. Sorry the video is a bit long, but you know, I try to share as much as I can. I know it's not perfect, I don't do that fancy video stuff, it's just raw footage. So anyways, God bless you guys, and I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. Thank you.